you're shopping for AI tools, trying to figure out how to use it in your business, but you didn't name the problem you're trying to solve first, then you're going in the wrong direction. But I got this simple framework that I use for myself and my clients. It's only 5 steps. It's called the Pilot Framework. In this video, I'm going to break it down for you. This is a clip from my most recent workshop. It's a series of workshops called AI for Small Business Operators. All the information you need is at the first link in the description. Enjoy the clip and use this framework. So pilot is the way I think about handling and driving and steering my business. First thing you want to do is you want to, did it switch? Yeah, is to pinpoint the result. So what is the actual goal you want? You don't need to use it when you don't need to use it, or you don't need to use it just to say that you're actually using it. A lot of tools nowadays already have some AI properties. Like you said, you were doing automations. That is a form of AI. Most people didn't think of it as that. But what is the goal you want? Pinpoint the goal you want. The next thing you want to do is identify the things that are stopping you from getting the goal. Are you trying to get more customers? Are you just trying to get people on the phone faster? That means you got to call back faster, right? There are different types of obstacles, and it's only one you, so you may not be able to get to the phone. So then you got to set up some kind of answer machine service. It could be an automated machine service. It could be a voice service. So those are the things you got to think about. Identify what the obstacles are. The next thing you're going to do is the part that most people don't like doing in their business. You have to lay out the actual steps that you take to solve the problems in your business. So what are the steps you're taking to get to the goal that we pinpointed in the first step? The actual steps, write them out, not the ideal way, but the way that you're actually doing it now. Because if you write it out how it is in real life, you will find that if an AI answer is applicable, you will find it a lot faster. You just got to keep it real with yourself, and the tools is going to keep it real with you. It's only going to tell you exactly what information it has for the references you're giving it. The next thing you want to do is find one part of the process. When we just laid out those steps, find one part of the process that you can automate or use AI tools for. So a lot of times we have steps in our business, and I'm not trying to be a business coach, but there are steps that you may not even need at all. So you can eliminate some steps. In my case, I had a staff. I can delegate some of the steps to the staff, and then I can automate some of the steps. For example, signing people up for a loyalty program. Previously, we would have a clipboard or some kind of piece of paper. People would come in, we'll introduce them to them. And you guys may have this if you have a receptionist and they may sign in or something like that. But using AI tools and automations, they just use a QR code and they sign in, and then the QR code takes you right to a form where you could just drop your information in. And now that is a whole step that's automated. And now I don't have to stop whoever's behind the counter or whoever is at reception helping someone else. They don't have to stop what they're doing to manage that customer. And the customers get served faster. We'll talk about that a little bit later. The last part of the pilot framework is testing the steps. So now that you figured out what the one step is that you can apply to your process, test it. And test it over and over again. And this is where you have to be patient, like be a human. The robot needs you to be patient with it. It doesn't know anything but to give the outcome that is kind of predetermined to give. So you test the results before you ship it out the door, because you don't want it to give a bad experience. So that is my pilot framework. I developed it through running business operations for my juice bar and my partnership with Johns Hopkins University, where I learned how to use AI when it dropped in 2022. And now I'm sharing it with a lot of other small business owners like you. If you made it this far in the video, I got something special for you. I created the Lean Operator Playbook. It's built on top of this pilot framework, and it's actually an AI prompt that you can use in whatever tool that you prefer. You drop the prompt in, it'll interview you and ask you exactly what process you want to work on, how you work through the process, and then start to help you figure out what tools you can use, where you can use them, and how you can start to save more time, make more money, and run your business better. And if you use the special code in the description, you get it for absolutely no cost. All I need from you is a review back on the product to let me know if this pilot framework and the Lean Operator Playbook was helpful. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll check you out in the next video.